Please pay attention. This is the most destructive behavior for couples. In an intimate relationship, respect is the cornerstone, and keeping the right distance is an art. When dealing with the opposite sex, keeping the boundaries is the principle, and keeping the distance is wisdom. Philosopher Schopenhauer once told a story with profound meaning. Two hedgehogs kept each other warm in the cold winter. But if they were too close, both sides would be stabbed by the thorns and bleed. If they were too far away, they would not be able to keep warm. Finally, after continuous attempts, the two hedgehogs finally found a suitable position where they would not prick each other and share warmth. This is also the famous hedgehog law. This story corresponds to the sense of boundaries in relationships. Aren't partners in intimate relationships often caught in a dilemma like hedgehogs? It can be said that the premise of maintaining a relationship is to keep a proper distance. No matter how close you are, you need to have space. I have seen this sentence. A healthy relationship between husband and wife needs to establish boundaries. If you talk about intimacy without boundaries, you are just being a hooligan. If one party lacks a sense of boundaries, they will unconsciously invade their partner's comfort zone, resulting in hair loss. Yaya and her husband have been married for 3 years. However, she recently discovered that whenever she went to take a shower or do other things, her husband would steal her mobile phone to check on her. After being caught on the spot, her husband's attitude was downplaying, trying to rationalize his behavior by saying, "You can also look at my phone." Seeing that Yaya looked unhappy, he just said indifferently, "I am too insecure. You didn't do anything. Why don't you let me see it?" Even accusing Yaya. "Don't I just want to care about you? Why are you so sensitive?" However, Yaya knew that this was not a question of sensitivity or not. It was because she cherished her personal privacy, and her husband's behavior had touched her bottom line. At the entrance of some restricted areas, there is often a sign that says "No entry without permission." This indicates that it is a specially protected area. The same is true for the boundaries between people. It is a psychological restricted area that cannot be easily violated. Shou Guping said, "Sense of propriety is a sign of mature love. It knows how to keep the necessary distance between people. This distance means respect for the other person as an independent personality. No matter how close the relationship is, it is necessary to grasp the boundaries. Don't let the desire to peep and control, under the banner of love, deprive the freedom and dignity of the loved one. If you can't keep the boundaries, you can't keep the feelings." In the TV series Zhao Man Life, Chen Li is deeply rooted in the hearts of the people with the image of henpecked Dan good guy. However, this man, who always accepts the consequences and thinks of others everywhere, failed to keep the proper boundaries when dealing with his opposite-sex friend Feng Dan. Faced with the dilemma of Feng Dan suffering from domestic violence, Chen Li could have taken a more appropriate way to help. But he chose to let Feng Dan stay at home for several weeks when his family was away. He not only took care of her daily life meticulously, but also tried to keep Feng Dan when she asked to leave. Although Chen Li did not have any substantial cheating behavior, this lack of boundary care and concern is undoubtedly a precursor to mental cheating. This good guy approach often warms everyone around him, but only ignores the feelings of the person next to him. Knowing that he is married, he easily allows the opposite sex to cross the boundary. Similar examples are common in real life. Some people use friends or colleagues as an excuse to keep in too frequent contact with the opposite sex. When the wife found out about all this and questioned it, they prevaricate with the excuse of "We are just friends, what's wrong with chatting?" They seem to think that as long as there is no substantial behavior, the relationship is pure. Little do they know that the sense of boundaries in dealing with the opposite sex is precisely to give the partner a sense of security and confidence. True love requires respect, understanding, and trust. All of these are based on not crossing the boundary. Love without a sense of boundaries is like a rootless duckweed, destined to be short-lived. The most harmonious relationship is one that distinguishes between closeness and distance. Shou Guping once explained his understanding of marriage and love in this way. Love is only a matter of emotion, but marriage is the result of the cooperation of emotion, reason, and will. In a stable and healthy marriage, a comfortable and harmonious way of getting along is the core, and a clear sense of boundaries is the foundation of this harmony. Show your bottom line. In psychology, there is a broken window effect. It describes a phenomenon. If a window of a building is broken and no one repairs it in time, then other windows of the building will be broken one after another. In simple terms, it means a small act of destruction, if not stopped in time, may lead to more acts of destruction. The same is true for the boundaries between people. Once you start to lower your bottom line, it is equivalent to condoning the other party's further infringement. Therefore, it is the key to grasp the boundaries, to clearly inform your partner of your principles and expectations, and to adhere to and maintain them. 2. Grasp the boundaries of communication. There is a sentence in Bondarev's The Stage of Life: the kingdom of good has boundaries, but the manifestation of evil has no boundaries. In marriage, the most taboo area that should not be touched is to be ambiguous with others or even cheat, because this is the greatest disrespect to your partner. Feelings are exclusive and cannot be shared. On the road to maintaining an intimate relationship, sticking to the original intention and being loyal to the partner are the cornerstones of the marriage relationship. Desire is human nature, and restraint is self-cultivation. Only by keeping a distance from the opposite sex can the beauty of love be preserved. 4. Written at the end. Some feelings are not best when they are too strong to be dissolved. Only when they are just right can they bloom with a more lasting fragrance. In an intimate relationship, knowing how to respect is the cornerstone, and grasping the measure is the art. In getting along with the opposite sex, keeping boundaries is the principle, and keeping a distance is wisdom. May we all know how to maintain boundaries in relationships, so that love and marriage can become sweeter and more harmonious with the passage of time. Alright, this part of the story ends here.
Want to know what happened next? Let's listen to the breakdown next time.